Hello? Hello? I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to about 6 people right now. I want to say thank you for joining us and welcome to the first race of this F1 2018 season. Now our format is we start off with a 3-lap practice race, so I'm not going to over-commentate on this because I want to save all the good stuff for the main event. But as you can see, we've got 15 drivers ready to take on the challenge of Australia Albert Park. So, as they sort out their setups, we will wait and see who will take the victory in the practice race. Sorry, I was trying to multitask then. So 3, 4, 5 red lights. Little Paul's first. Cabriolet Toprak is second, and lights are off and away we go. Dry, I think. Here we go down to the first corner. Let's see how this turns out. I must reiterate, this is only a practice race. And does everyone get through clearly? Hicksey has ended up retiring. So, not a clean start. To ride board with Cabriolet Toprak, who's a reserve driver, standing in for Biffa Chipmunk. So Owen's just got a yellow flag for ignoring penalty, sorry, for ignoring yellow flags. Still, and there's an incident somewhere. I'm trying to see. Oh, we got a close battle here. I just set myself up properly. There we go. With Reese Kingston. And who's Reese Jeffingson trying to get past Reese Kingston. Little Paul here having an amazing battle with Owen. Hopefully this will be a sign of things to come. Okay, they're getting past Jeffington. As we see, Little Paul's got a run in now on Owen. Does he dive to the inside? No, he doesn't. It's a yellow flag in sector 1. What has happened? What has happened between these two? I'm trying to jump far enough back to see what's happened. There's been contact there between Claudio and Cabriolet Toprak. Cabriolet. I'm just going to call you Cabriolet. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I do apologise. The Gog's now up to 11th after all that. Hughes moves. Oh, contact. We caught that. With Morad 99, known as Luke, racing for the Williams team. So, out front is now Owen, and Little Paul out in second. You see the gap starting to stabilise. Oh, Little Paul running quite wide there onto the grass. It was a 3-way battle now between Ryan Kai, Little Paul and Orb King for this win in the practice race. We mustn't forget that Owen's got a 3-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So, again, just a practice race, doesn't mean anything. Sorry, I'm not commentating. I'm trying to sort out something for the start of the race. So, Owen takes a checkered flag. Little Paul second, Rankai third. I thought Owen got a penalty. Clearly not. Odd. Maybe it's applied after the race. So I'll be a lot better at commentating come the start of the race. But of course Owen won the 2 classic races last night. And he'd be looking to repeat that victory. So, thank you for everyone for tuning in that little quick practice race. Race director incident. See, I thought Owen had a penalty. Maybe it's just clearly he doesn't have a penalty, which is quite odd because it definitely popped up onto the screen. So, it is time for qualifying around Australia. The first race of our F1 2018 season. It's asking me to pick my tyre allocation, so clearly I've done this wrong, haven't I? Haven't selected spectate. So, that's backfired instantly, hasn't it? Look at me trying to... I was all ready for that. So now I'm going to have to retire from session. That's annoying. Oh well. So, this has really messed up the session, isn't it? So, it looks like it's raining. Why isn't it let me retire from session? Here we go. It's raining. Everyone's got dry tyres on. This is going to be confusing. So as everyone tries getting out, is everyone going to try getting out on dry tyres, or are they going to try getting out on wet tyres? So now we see Owen coming out of the pit lane. Who has come out of the pit lane first? Is it Jefferson? And what tyre is he on? The more important thing. He's on dry tyres. Is he ever going to be able to crawl around this track quick enough to set a lap time? As we look at the grandstand now, not the view we want to see. We want to see Jefferson. Sington. It is going to be wet. It's going to be a tricky track out there. This one can get round. Storm UK's. Is he out? Has he crashed somewhere? Someone in the wall. Oh, there's a few cars in the wall now. These are difficult conditions that we're experiencing here. Jayor out on track now, getting a feel of the track. Won some races last season. Hopefully can repeat that sort of form this year. So you must remember Jeff Sington is the first car on his outlap, trying to get a dry run in. He will of course have the best conditions out there to try and do that. So let's see how this works out for him. See him come around the final corners of the final sector. He's going to be taking it ever so steady now as he comes through the final corner, set of his lap. Let's see how he goes down to turn one. Turn one's a very difficult braking zone. You don't want to brake too late and overshoot the corner as you muck up your whole lap. So waits the 100 metre wood, brake down to fourth gear, understeers off the corner, but does he keep it going? He's got a spin, he managed to catch it, but that wastes all the decent time he had going for him. So who's the next car on track? Let's find out. As someone else has gone off in the first sector. I'm trying to find out who's going to be the next one. I think Jayor will be the next one on a flying lap. It looks like it, and he's got through the first corner okay. So let's see how his lap goes. Tucks it in nicely, he's got traffic ahead of him. Gets the second apex nicely. Now avoids that curb. Of course riding on curbs is completely different in this game. He avoids that curb as well, which of course in previous games you'd be aiming for. Brakes down into third gear, probably fourth gear. That shows you how much I know. As he approached the third sector. Coming through the fast left right chicane. Let's see what sort of time he can set through here. Down to fifth gear. The grip is actually not looking that bad considering it's wet, but is it getting wetter or is it going to dry up? We'll have to wait and see. Approaching this final sector now, turn 13. Hooks up brilliantly. 14. Turn 15, gets it nice and tight to the apex. Turn 16, such drift in the car. Let's see what, drifting all sorts of things down that corner. Orpking sets the fastest lap of 1:36.1, but Jayor goes and smashes that with a 1:34.2. A very competitive time there by Jayor, but of course he has a feel for conditions more time. And Claudio Claita ACC sets a 1:33.1. Our times are way off last year's times, of course, because it is raining. So that is a very good competitive time from Clatty to ACC. As you see, the Spikes popped up into third. People who've been watching my broadcast for a few years now will know that big fan of Spike. Luke, good in these conditions. Good in this game as well. This could be his year. Maybe not for a championship, but you know, maybe some wins will be good for him. Not that far off the pace. I'm sure we have many Luke fans out there today. So, DRS has been enabled, so I would presume that the track's only going to get quicker and it's not going to slow down at all. Which could be interesting for the casual viewer. He's really been held up there by Reese Kingston, and I'm sorry, but Reese Kingston was completely in the way around that corner. There's nowhere that Luke could go. Yes, it was a qualifying lap, Reese Kingston, but at the end of the day, his gyro goes quicker. Again, Hughes moves into second. Hughes moves into second. Luke, yeah, he had nowhere else to go. Reese just in the middle of the road. I'm sorry, Reese, but that was kind of your fault. So Luke will now have to pit, repair his front wing, and go for another attempt in a minute. So Claudio, is he going to line up for another lap now? Coming down into turn 6 and 7. Claudio was on pole here 2 years ago. Was the last time he was on pole. In 2016, driving for Renault with a 1:25.955 was a very good lap. I think it was dry back then. Of course, these times are just going to keep tumbling as the track dries up and there's more grip available to the drivers. See what sort of a lap time he's going to deliver here. Hughes moves, pops up into pole position with a massive gain there of what, 1.8 seconds above Jayor. Let's see where this lap puts Claudio. Pole. This track is just going to keep getting quicker and quicker, and it's going to be, it probably dry up really well, so it will be the quickest car that will get pole. I don't know if it'll be Bone driving in the session, but if it isn't, that means the last car across the line will probably end up with pole position. So Hughes moves, made his debut with us last night in the Classic League, driving for Haas here today, which hopefully will be very good for him. American, I believe, driving in our league. Let's see what sort of times is it. Yellow in sector 2. Are we going to try catching that? Son's retired from the session. Was it Gogs? I can't see anyone at the side of the track as I flip through. So riding back on board now as Hughes moves. He's got a 1.2 second gain on his previous lap time, which will put him up into pole position if he holds this through the final couple of corners. A nice turn 15 and 16. Nice onto the exit. Let's see what sort of lap time he can deliver. 1:28.5. Still miles off the 1:19s, 1:20s that people have been setting in time trial. So Claudio is coming to the pits now as Little Paul is he about to finish a lap. 1:28.2, which puts him on pole position. Sorry, it didn't update quick enough in the right hand corner, so I was looking up there thinking, why isn't it updated? That seems quicker. But no, he's up to first position at the moment. These are provisional results. Like I keep saying, the track will get dry and we won't really know where people stand until the end of the session. So who else is out on track? Hughes Moves is, but he's going very slowly. He's back up to speed again. Claudio is in the garage. Jayor, is this an out lap? Yes, it is an out lap. Luke has come out onto an out lap. Owen is on a flying lap and he's spun and he's in the water and he's retired from the session. Wow. 5 times champion Owen has gone straight into the wall here in Australia. A costly mistake. That curb I thought was going to catch someone out and it did. I'm trying to work out what turn that is and there's no way you can get out of that one. Wow, as Jeffingson sets the quickest lap time, but this is the real story. 5-time champion Orb King out. If it's going to be a close championship, then that's going to cost him dearly. Jeffingson now starting his second attempt of this... The second attempt of his time out? You know what I mean. Let's see if I've got any comment from Owen here. There are a few comments, but I can't read them quick enough. But Owen has not commented since he's been off, so Jeffington, I will learn his names by the end of the season. You wait. Jeffington is on a quick lap here. Already on pole, but wants to improve his chances. Of course, like I said, everyone will keep speeding up. This is vital. It's a big opportunity now for people to out-qualify Owen, who normally runs pretty well here. I mean, he's won 4 times around here and 6 podiums around this track, at least. So, Jeffington, 26.8, further 26.6. Sorry, further improves his position at the top of the grid. So let's see who else is on a lap. Claudio is on a lap now, going through the final sector. Really tucking it into these corners, and he goes onto the grass. Does that hinder him? No, it doesn't. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 somewhere. Has that now been cleared? I think it has. Hasn't. It's back again. Claudio 4th. So let's see if we can catch this yellow flag wherever it is. I believe that it would probably be for Jeffington, because look how dirty his tyres are. So I guess he has gone off somewhere. Little Paul's on an out lap now. Hughes Moves is in the pit, saving himself for one last quick lap. This Claudio apparently goes even quicker in first. I think Jayor up to pole position now. And Claudio's gone off. Where has Claudio gone off to? I can't catch it, guys, I'm sorry. Claudio is out. He has crashed somewhere on the track. So, our 2 champions have both crashed out in this session. Just shows how tough it is out there at the moment. Luke has gone up to 2nd. Jeffington. So all these people, Hughes Moves, Little Paul 78, Jeffington, Spike and Jayor are all going to out-qualify Owen and Claudio, which is important. Sector 2 is another yellow. As I try to catch who it is who's gone off. Little Paul now on a quick lap. Not a quick lap even. Setting up for a quick lap. Let's ride on board with him now. So, down into sector 1, misses the apex ever so slightly. Starts bringing the car out wide, activates DRS as he runs down into turn 3 and 4. Turn 3 now keeps it nice and tidy. Whoever that is kept nicely out of the way for a Little Paul there. It's probably what has caused the yellow flag, but of course we know that isn't a real yellow flag. Coming through the end of the first sector now. I didn't look at the split, that was my fault. Well, I guess he was up because it's looking good. The top 3 have all come into the pits. Hughes Moves is on his out lap, Brian Kai's on an out lap, Alpu Mutke is on an out lap, and Hixie123 is on an out lap. And I'm apparently out of the session when I'm not, because the game glitched and put me in the game. So, he's 3.5 seconds up, and there's a yellow flag in the final sector. Oh, he goes onto the green stuff, and that's not where you want to be in that car, because it will try spinning you around Anyway, he's going to keep with it because obviously he's up by 3.5 seconds, which would put him in pole position. Keeps it tight around these final 15, and he goes into the pits. Electing against going for another lap. So of course, maybe just getting a feel for the conditions. They're going to try going for a quick lap in a minute, as we are now on board with Hughes Moves, who's clearly on a quick lap. Let's see what sort of lap time he can give. Can he make this his first pole position in the league? 1.4 seconds up on his previous time, which wouldn't be enough unless he keeps finding that sort of time in every single sector. It would end up being enough. Nice corner speed there through this couple of corners. Sector 3 looking good through his fast corners now. How does he put the final corners together? 10-14 looking quick through there, and 10-15 and 16. Let's see how it goes. Just to get really close to the outside, open up DRS and keep it in a straight line for as long as possible. A 1:24.3 puts him 24.3 puts him in pole position for the moment. Of course, he has enough time to do this lap and another lap, and Luke moves up. Luke Morad, 99, moves up into pole position temporarily, racing for the Williams Racing Team. I wasn't expecting that, if I'm honest. Provisional pole position. He'll probably try making it around for another lap now. Hughes Moves is on the lap. He's a 10th up, which isn't enough for the moment. But 10th up is always good. As you see at Jayor, Spike, Jeff Singleton, Little Paul on outlaps. Ryan Kai's out on track. Alpin Mutke's out on track. And Hicksey's out on track. There's a yellow flag in the third sector, but I don't think there's any incident. I think it's just people slowing down to make a gap. So right back on board with Hughes Moves. Not finding the time he needs to move up, as we see that Alpin Mutke's moved up to second in 23.6, which means that currently, as it stands, as a Williams 1-2, which would be great stuff and not the order you would probably predict it to be in. Hughes Moves now got to find a lot of time in this final sector. Ryan Kai goes quickest, takes pole position away from the Williams of Morad, 99. What sort of lap time can Hughes Moves find in this final sector? Sector 2, there's a yellow flag. I don't know what that's for. We'll ride on board still with Hughes Moves. Not enough to improve. Well, improvement, a very small improvement, but not enough. So, we'll ride on board with Jayor, currently 5th. Can he improve on his position? Who are the real movers and shakers in this? We've got Luke, who's running well. Jess Singleton was running well earlier on. Little Paul's got a massive bit of improvement, and Hicksey 1-2-3 can never be written out. So, very exciting qualifying session here. Jayor coming through the first sector now. Morad had to pit. Morad is in the pits, which I think is a terrible decision, which means he'll find himself sliding down the table in a minute. Let's see who's the next to complete their lap. Hicksey 1-2-3 moves himself into 15th still. No time, must have cut a corner somewhere. I presume that Ryan Kai is going to be... Alpin Mutke's crossed the line into 3rd position. So Ryan Kai could be the next person across the line here. He's already on pole position. Can he make it even stronger for himself? Runs out wide. And he comes into the pits. Mustn't have been an improvement then. As we ride on board with Alpin Mutke, who's ready to finish the session. Morad's finished the session. Hughes Moves is coming into the pits. Jayor, he's not going to come into the pits. Let's see what sort of lap time. Is he up? Can he do it? Looks like a good lap time. 1:17.18, 98. Could be. It's going to be pole position, isn't it? No, not quite. 1:21.6 by Jayor. It's a 3rd position there. Can Jeff Singleton improve? No, he has just crossed the line. So there is your grid, ladies and gentlemen. It's pole position for Ryan Kai 7 in the first round of the F1 2018 Dynamic Racing League with a 1:21.4, which is actually, even though it was slightly wet, it is still quicker than the lap time from last year for pole position, which was a 1:22.162. I've got rewards. Wow, thank you. I didn't do anything. I really didn't deserve that. So, Ryan Kai is in pole position with a 124.429. In second place is Alpu Mutke. In third place we find Jayor. And in fourth place, Morad 99, making it 2 Williams in the top 5. Followed by Jeff Singleton, Hughes Moose, Spike, Paul, Claudio, Owen running out top 10, and Gogs 27 being the first car to start on whatever tyres he chooses to for the race. So, we've got an exciting race ahead of us after that exciting qualifying. I need to find a way of retiring from this session. So, start. I can't retire to session. So I might as well just push start race, and I mean, I'm starting last. Here we go, guys. Look at me. I'm racing in the race. Still can't retire from session. This is ridiculous. So as you can see, that's what I would look like if I was racing. There's my helmet, to anyone who's interested. That was me last year. I'm on the starting grid of the race, which is very unexpected. Retire from session. Is there no... Oh, this is lap 1. There's no formation lap. I can't see what's going on. Right, Ryan Kai is in the lead. Sorry, I was thrown off there, but the fact there was no formation lap. As we see, there's contact at the back, and Jayor is making a move on Ryan Kai. As he goes to the inside, Jayor takes the lead. Is there contact? There's loads of contact. Oh, there's going to be a crash here. There's going to be a crash here, I'm sure of it. So Ryan Kai leads from Jayor, who's now under attack by Jeff Singleton up the inside. Jeff Singleton, Alpu Mutke going side by side through that. Orb King up to 4th. He's had an amazing start, as we see him making a run now through this corner on Jeff Singleton. Yes, he's up to 3rd already. He probably wouldn't have been expecting that starting from 10th, so apologies for that. I wasn't expecting to be starting on the grid, and I thought there was going to be a formation lap, which really has thrown me off in all my preparation. So as we wait and look down the field, Little Paul has been overtaken by Claudio. As we see contact between Jeff Singleton and Morad 99, and Morad 99 makes it up into 4th position now. So Ryan Kai coming over the line to lead this first lap and carry on Sauber's streak of good starts here in Australia. So first place is Ryan Kai, and second place is Jayor. Third place is Orb King, locking a wheel up there, nearly going off. 5-second stop-go penalty for Hixie for speeding in the pit lane, which isn't very good. Morad 99 is in 4th position, a very strong beginning to the race for him. 5th place is Jeff Singleton. 6th place is Alpu Mutke. 7th place is Storm 2006 UK, who's a reserve driver who I was organising to get into this race halfway through the practice race. So a very good showing here by Storm 2006 UK. Very last minute call up. Hughes moves down to 8th. Which position did he start in? I don't know. I should have written that down. As we see him running very deep there into that corner. You see Storm UK and Alpu Mutke battling it out here. Storm dives to the inside and there's a yellow flag. Ryan Kai, something's happened to Ryan Kai. He's facing the wrong way. Oh! Drama, there's another crash behind him. Jeff Singleton's retired from the race. Ryan Kai must have spun or something. That's given the lead to Jayor. Was there contact between them two? I don't know. I wasn't looking. You guys saw everything that you saw. He's gone wide. He's gone off. He's going to have to pit for a new front wing. And Jeff Singleton obviously is retired. He is losing so much grip from having just half a front wing. That is not good for his cause, as Jayor sets the quickest lap of the race. And Owen, remarkably, starting 10th, now finds himself, as we see. Whew. Ryan Kai nearly missed the entrance to the pit lane there. Now is in neutral. Reese Kingston has retired from the session. I don't know what that is for. So now we have 2 retirements from the race. Wow, that was a dramatic couple of moments there. Just taking a moment to get my breath back. So Hughes Moves, of course, started in 6th position and he's now up to 5th. As I've jumped the wrong way. Hughes Moves now trying to gain on Alpumutke, who's probably not the race he was expecting to have. He's probably expecting to be stronger than this. As Alpumutke runs very wide, and that presents an opportunity now with Hughes Moves with the DRS coming around into turn 13. He goes around the outside of Alpumutke to take 4th position. Next up on, as Alpumutke comes back at him. Does he manage to do it? Not quite, but Alpumutke is now under attack by Little Paul and everyone's queuing up behind him. Storm UK as Alpumutke gets a wild moment and decides he has to pit. Alpumutke decides he has to come into the pits now after losing multiple positions. Claudio, look at the battle down here. Is that a move? Little Paul comes through on Hughes Moves. Nice little battle going on for 4th place. When did Morad 99 get into 1st position? I believe that is a glitch, surely. Have I missed something major here? I'd have, haven't I? Morad has come back up through the field to take the 1st position. How did I miss that? Owen in 2nd position. 3rd position, Jayor. 4th position, Little Paul 78. 5th position, Hughes Moves. 6th position is Storm UK. He's now going to try making that 5th position as he runs side by side with Hughes Moves. There's action everywhere on this track. Can he translate that? Yes, he does. He gets the move done. Although Hughes Moves are going to come back at him with 2 Reynolds and now side by side Jayor dropping down the field like crazy. What has happened to Jayor there? As we see a wheel lock up by Little Paul. This is all for podium positions. This is going to be a nice battle coming down the back straight. As we see Hughes Moves dive into the pits there. And Storm 2006 UK is going to try and make a move. As Hughes Moves is clearly buggered up going into the pit stop. And sped into the pit lane. So, Storm 2006 UK takes their position over from Little Paul 78. And he's on the super soft tyres, which could work out for him, as Little Paul and Claudio behind are both on ultra soft tyres. So is this a nice little strategy call that's being taken on here? He is the top runner on super soft tyres at the moment, as you see Little Paul trying to come back on Storm 2006 UK, knowing probably that if you don't get in front of him, his strategy is really messed up. Ryan Kai now coming out in front of Jayor. As you can hear, he activates his DRS, and behind him is Claudio, side by side with Claudio, dives up the inside. Does he get the move done? Yes, he does, but a little bit of a funny exit here means that Little Paul can try coming back at him around the outside, but Claudio just tries pushing him off and doesn't quite succeed. Little Paul side by side here, great racing by the 2 of them, and Claudio comes up on top of that battle, which of course means that Storm 2006 UK has managed to open up a gap over these 2 drivers. They still go side by side, nothing doing there, but Little Paul is going to trying his hardest now to get past Claudio in this DRS zone, because he is within a second. As he tucks in behind, does he dive to the inside at the last moment? No, he doesn't. Claudio just defends that line as Claudio's rear spins up. Nowhere for him to go around these 2 corners. Can he make anything happen coming in to turn 8 and 9? Not yet. Claudio is really tail happy on that car. To be wearing out his rear tyres quite considerably. Considerably. That's probably the word I'm looking for. Ryan Kai dropping down the field, and there's a yellow flag somewhere. Is that for Ryan Kai? Hicksy is side by side with Ryan Kai. Oh, Ryan Kai goes off again. What is going on with Ryan Kai? Is he trying to retire? He's got more front wing damage. He's definitely trying to retire now. But he's not succeeding in doing that. Just retire from the session. Retire from the session. It's not worth it. Ryan Kai, running so well in this session, has decided to retire from it. As Gogs 27 makes his way past. So, what's happened to Luke? What's happened to Luke? Luke's retired from the session, from the lead. What has happened to Luke? Morad 99 was leading this race, and somehow... And Luke is retired as well. What is going on here? Morad has left. Luke has had to retire. Owen's in first position. Wow. So, let's see how many stops. Ryan Kai's left the session, of course. So Luke, the top three is still yet to have made a stop in this session. In first position is Orb King. In second position is Storm 2006. In third position is Claudio. All yet still to stop, but Storm is on the better tyres. Storm could make a one-stop work. Of course, everyone else will be trying to get the one-stop to work. But anyway, Hughes Moves has already stopped. 14 seconds behind. Again, it's 14 seconds behind Claudio, not 14 seconds behind the race leader. I was going to say in a really good position, but I think he started on Ultra Softs, and I don't think those Super Softs will last till the end, so probably will have to stop again. Jayor in 5th position now, still under pressure from Little Paul, as there's yellow flags everywhere on the circuit at the moment. We're down to 10 runners from 15 who started. Feel most sorry for Luke there, who clearly had the pace to win that race. Not win the race. Oh, here we go. Down the inside goes Little Paul on Jayor to take 5th position. As we saw that Claudio's got a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so clearly quite a few people getting caught out by the pit lane limiter this season. This race already. Is that Claudio coming down the pit straight? Yes, it is. Will anyone be able to get past him? I think he was safely slopped back into 4th position. Third place is Hughes Moves at the moment. Had a really good running last night in the Classic League with a 2nd and 3rd position. I think it was 2nd and 3rd position. It was 2 podiums, I believe. So why is there a yellow in sector 2 and 3? We will keep scrolling through. Has something happened to Owen? Because Storm is right on his tail now. All over the back of him. This is for the race lead, let's not forget. And Owen is on Ultra Softs. And Storm is on Super Soft. So will Owen pit? Yes, he decides this is the time to pit. He has lost a lot of ground there to Storm UK. Of course, Claudio pitted the lap before. Hicksy's got a 2nd time penalty. So what will happen here? Owen decides for soft tyres. Now I guess he'll be trying to do the one stop, trying to go 20 laps on those tyres, but will it be possible? As you see him come down the pit lane, is he going to rejoin in front of Hughes Moves? No, he doesn't. Claudio's left the session. Claudio has left the session, so Hughes Moves up into 2nd with Orb King 3rd. And Hughes Moves has already stopped, let's not forget, but I do believe he's going to have to stop again before the end of the race. However, he is on the quicker compound tyre. This race is very intriguing. I don't really know what's going on. I don't understand what's really going on. So, Owen is in 3rd position after pitting. He's now on the soft tyre. Everyone's pitted and Little Paul has had to pit again. So, already Little Paul, Alpine Mutke in the pits as well. Is that a penalty for him? He's got a puncture. There's something's clearly gone wrong for him. Was there contact with Little Paul, I wonder? Maybe. Maybe there was contact. So Luke has now left the session. So, Storm 2006 UK. Alpamutke coming out of the pits. Moves out of the way nicely. Didn't know until about 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, about 2 minutes before the session started that he was going to race. He said he wanted to race, and here he is as reserve driver, finds himself in first position. I don't think he has pitted yet. He did start on the super soft tyres. Got 18-second gap to the car behind. If he can just make that gap a little bit bigger, he can pit and come back out in the lead. As we see Owen all over the back of Hughes moves now. This is for position. Effectively Owen on fresher tyres, but the harder compound of the two tyres. Hughes moves, runs very wide. This gives Owen the opportunity to go for a move around the outside and switches to the inside. Brilliant move here. Can he pull it off? Just forces Hughes moves wide. And that is that position taken. A very nice overtake by Orb King there on Hughes moves. 5-time champion. Owen, like I said, has got 6 podiums, 4 wins here, and he wants to make that a 7th podium today if he can. As Hughes moves gets a very dramatic moment there, trying to chase down Orb King, but nothing comes of it. What else is happening further down the field, I wonder? Claudio has left the session, just his car is circulating in 6th. Kubilay is just going to go through that. He's got a 3-second time penalty though for doing something there. I guess he cut the corner. 8th, Little Paul. Showed really good pace earlier on in the session. Qualified 8th and found himself 8th again. So really it isn't that bad at the moment. So, sorry, I've only now decided to read the comments. Jeff Singleton says, Huge Diamonds was in the fight for first. Jayor went into the back of Morad, I think. That's where Jayor got... Has Jayor got damage? Someone got damage. Disappointed with the start, he says, in DRL for me, but we will be back next race. Thank you, Emirates FW, for commentary, no problem. Enjoyed it very much. So, Little Paul just sets the quickest lap of the race as we ride along with him. And Hixie is the next mover, chasing down Jayor here for 4th position. Hixie did race a few races with us last season, and what a fascinating race this is turning out to be here. Can he make the move on Jayor? Must note that since Orb King has got past Hughes moves, the gap has shrunk considerably to the front of Storm 2006 UK. That gap has come right down to 13.9 seconds and is continuing to decrease. So Hixie's trying to line up a move on Jayor now, as he slipstreams Jayor down the main straight. Probably not into this turn 1, he's not going to try, or turn 2. But turn 3, braking zone into turn 3 present a real opportunity, especially with DRS here. Of course, we must forget that everyone's trying to manage their airs, their fuel, which becomes such a massive part of racing at the moment in this game. Not quite past them. Storm 2006 UK has got a 3-second time penalty, presumption for cutting corners. Can he make the move, Hixie, on Jayor? He's trying his hardest here to come back at Jayor's. Little Paul has got past Claudio, who's left the session. Jayor runs very wide through that corner there. Will he come into the pit lane? No. So Hicksey is going to attempt to make a move here. Lines up his DRS, turns up something, a fuel mix or maybe airs, as you can see on his dashboard there. The Storm comes out of the pits at the same time. Wow, that was close. And there's contact between them two on the exit. Hicksey and Jayor. As he dives to the inside, maybe for this move, brakes as late as possible, tries forcing Jayor out wide, and Jayor does go out wide. Jayor, does he have front wing damage? Yes, Jayor does have front wing damage on that car. So that would explain some of the loss of control, and now we'll be seeing that Storm 2006 UK has just come out of the pits with fresher tyres. Soft tyres will not have to pit again. We'll be trying to make a move on Jayor, and then of course a move on Hicksey, hopefully for the podium position. So here comes Storm 2006 UK around the outside. That is going to be a good move. He pulls it off. Yes, he does. If I was Jayor, I would let him past anyway because it's better off for the team. But Renault running really well here at the moment in this race. Storm 2006 UK wants to make this win possible. So now in the lead at the moment is Orb King. Second place is currently Hughes Moves. Third place Hicksey 123. As Little Pool 78 gets a 3-second time penalty. Again, assumption is multiple corner cone. Fourth place is Storm 2006 UK. Fifth is Jayor, who's just got a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not good, and he does have that front wing damage as well, so his race hasn't really worked out. As we see Storm 2006 yellow flag in sector 3. Are we going to try looking for what that is? Oh, who is this? Golks 27's off into the gravel. Alpu Mutke spins as well. Alpu Mutke spins as well. This has not been going well for Alpu. Not a race here, remember. Golks 27 in the gravel. I don't know if that put him off or something, but that was not good there for the Williams driver. Of course, the other Williams driver, Morad, is running really well and is now in 11th. Has he overheated his rear tyres or something? Let's just ride on board with him for a moment. Keep an eye on that Hicksey Storm battle. Storm has got past Hicksey. I do apologise for missing that. His rear tyres are off. Alpu Mutke has overheated his rear tyres completely, and that explains why he spun off at the chicane. But out front, 5-time champion Owen, leading this race, has done very well every single season, and when he starts the season off strong, he normally ends the season off strong. In 2011, the winter season, he won in Australia, he won the league. In the 2011 summer season, he won in Australia, he won the league, I believe. Did he? 2012, he won the first race in Australia and won the league. In 2015, he won Australia and he won the league. So, not saying if he wins here today he will win the league overall, but it's pretty good going if he is going to win. His last win here was of course in 2015. It's the last time he won a title as well. It was also the last season I didn't race fully. So everything could be lining up here for Owen as sector 2 is a yellow flag. My guess is going to be for Alpu. No. Claudio, we're just going to file through in case there is something going on. Oh, there's his car spinning. It's Hughes Moves. He's lost his front wing. He's clearly had contact with someone. Is there a puncture? Yes, and he's got a right rear puncture. I'm sorry if I missed something really obvious there, but that is a shame. A puncture for Hughes Moves as he tries crawling back to the pits, and he spins, trying to get it back to the pits. He will catch it. This is just not working out. This has been such a dramatic race and it's been so crazy as he nearly gets in the way of Jayor coming through there. Is he just going to retire? Or is he... He's stuck. He's actually stuck. There we go. He finally gets the car going. She tries getting back onto the track. He's now found his way back onto the track. Hughes Moves there with a big moment as Little Paul makes his way past Kubalay for 4th position. Jayor sets the fastest lap of the race. It's all happening here. Sector 3, another yellow flag. Is that still... He's out in the gravel again. Hughes Moves is really struggling to get this car back into the pit lane. Just make sure you don't get in the way of anybody as more tyre flies off, or damage definitely flies off anyway. Just making sure he keeps out of the way of everyone. That would not be what he was hoping for today in this race. It does present a slight opportunity for Alpine McKay, but I doubt anything will come of it. As he spins again. It must be very tricky to drive a car with the right rear puncture around this track, and he just can't. He's trying to get it to spin round, I presume. It's just not turning, it's not doing what he wants it to do. Hicksey's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So we're over halfway in this race now. As Coupelet comes into the pits right in front of him. People now start beginning to do their second stops of the race. So Coupelet in the pits. Hicksey's also coming to the pits as well. Gogs 27. He had a bit of a moment earlier on, didn't he? Now finds himself up into 8th. So this race is very unpredictable at the moment. Of course, I do know what it takes to win around here. I did win around here in 2016. A brilliant race that was as well. And I was joined the podium by Biffa, Chipmunk, and none other than, as Alpo goes into the gravel there, none other than Orb-King. Now, something's happened here to Orb-King because he's got front wing damage. And it's not just a little bit of damage, it is a lot of damage on the front wing there of Orb-King. He has made serious contact with someone. At some point, I've obviously missed that. I've been saying that a lot. I've missed a lot today. I do apologise, but it's just so much going on. How can anyone keep track of all this? So, does this present an opportunity for Storm 2006 UK to come back at Orb-King? See that Alpo's only 13 seconds behind Hughes Moves now. So what has happened with Orb-King to sustain that damage? Of course, Storm 2006 UK will be trying not to... Let's have a look. From my eye, it doesn't look like he has any front wing damage, so he should be okay to gain on Orb-King. And we don't know how Orb-King's tyres are standing up, but of course we know that Storm UK's tyres were much fresher. He pitted much later than Owen. Little Paul there in 3rd position. Fourth place is Jayor, who's had such a crazy race. Some of these from 4th, well, everyone really has had a bit of a crazy race. Mustn't forget that Owen started in 10th after crashing out in qualifying. He's in 1st. Very surprising. 5th, Hicksey 123. Solid race from him, I would say. 6th position, our reserve driver, who is standing in for Lee today, is Coupelet Tubruk. Very good 6th place result. That's the place I think I finished on my debut in 2011. So Hicksey's just got past Little Paul, but it's Little Paul, yeah, Little Paul's coming to the pit. Sorry for acting like it was something dramatic. 7th is Claudio, who's left the session. Well, Claudio has a tendency, if he's not going to win, he doesn't see a point in sticking around, and I'm hoping that's not what's happened today. I'm hoping it's some sort of connection issue, but let's wait and see. 8th position, Gogs 27. Saw him spinning out earlier, very dramatically. So, hopefully, something similar won't be happening again, and he will make the checkered flag. Hughes moves, showed great potential early on in the race, showing great potential now, but somehow ended up with that rear puncture, and that put him, well, really damaged his race, didn't it? And now finds himself in 9th. As Hicksey gets a 3-second time penalty. And in 10th position, coming in for 3rd pit stop today, is Albin Mutke. He will have to go back to the drawing board and work out where it's all gone wrong for him this race. I mean, yeah, he's unlapped himself and he finds himself quite close now to, well, I say quite close, closer to Hughes' moves, but this is a race winner from last season. These are not results you'd expect from someone like him. But out front again with that front wing damage, is it going to cost him the win? We find Orb King out front. This track has 16 turns and is 3.296 miles long, which of course means that it's quite a challenging track with 16 corners. You don't often see that many corners on a racetrack, and street circuit is always difficult, especially with these new cars, and the tyre dynamics are very different this season compared to other seasons. I've just noticed how Little Paul is starting to gain, and Storm UK is gaining on Orb King, and Little Paul 78 is clearly gaining on Hicksey now. As Orb King, what's happened to Orb King? Orb King is in pit lane. He does change his front wing, so that puts Storm 2006 UK into the lead, and he shouldn't need to make any more pit stops, but knowing Owen like I do, he always holds something back for his last stint. As you see Jayor coming to the end of the pit lane, he does get in front of, so I thought there was some sort of delamination going on, but it's just he does get in front of Orb King to make it a Renault 1-2 at the moment. What has Owen got in reserve as he joins just in front of Alpine Mutke? Obviously a lapped car. I thought he unlapped himself, but maybe he didn't. He's only 51 seconds behind the Hughes moves, so it's all down to Orb King. Can he make it a 5th win here in Australia? 5-time champion. Knows how to perform his 6 podiums here, and this would be his 7th podium, so it's not like it's anything new to him. He's only 1.8 seconds behind Joel, and as I noticed now that Little Paul has got past Hicksey for 4th position. Storm UK could almost get away with a pit stop here. If I was him, I would pit just to cover off Owen. Pit now for ultra soft tyres is what I would do if you started on the super softs. I mean, Storm UK, I was making such a big deal about Orb King starting 10th. Storm UK started 12th, and he's in the lead just through strategy alone and decent pace. That is surprising. So Owen is now all over the back of Jayor, trying to make a move happen. Jayor, they've both started to gain a little bit on Storm 2006 UK, but he's only got 7 laps to hold on to it, so maybe he doesn't need to pit, maybe just managed a gap. But we must remember that Owen is on fresh tyres. 18 seconds, I admit, is a big gap to make up, but if anyone's going to do it, Owen's going to be able to do it. So Owen all over the back of Jayor here. Can he make a move happen into this corner here? He dives to the inside, brakes as late as possible. Jayor turns across the front of him, but ultimately leaves enough room for the two of them. Every single time these guys are battling, it will hold up Orb King and his chase of Storm 2006 UK, but of course they are both going a lot quicker Then Storm 2006 out front is Owen, dives to the inside, the lap car in the way there. And that is second position there for Owen, but will Jayor come back at him now? Jayor can't do anything about it, with Owen of course having DRS for being within a second. So how much can Owen close up on Storm 2006 UK? Has Storm 2006 UK got any penalties? Let's have a look. So racing, we don't need that. Incidents, stop go. Stop go, stop go. Stop go for Hughes moves. Stop go for Claudio. 3 seconds for Hixie. 3 seconds for Kubele. 3 seconds for Storm 2006. So he has got a 3-second warning. Has Storm 2006 UK. Just seeing if Owen's got any penalties. So it does say Owen had a collision with Gog, so maybe that's what caused this damage. And everything else, Alpamutke's got a penalty. Hughes moves, another penalty. Jayor, warning, warning, warning. So Storm 2006 UK only has a 3-second time penalty. This is going to be the battle for the lead, isn't it? Can Owen close in Storm 2006 UK to get within 3 seconds? I don't think he can. I mean, he's a very quick racing driver, but I think even this is beyond him. Jayor, decent race in 3rd position. He would be very happy with that, I would presume. Racing for Renault this season. Raced for Haas last year. And switched it for Renault. So, not bad at all really, is it? As he runs in 3rd position. Closely followed by Alpu, but he's not on the same lap as he goes wide. Oh, he catches, he's in a wall. He's had to retire. Wow. I mean, I was just bigging up his chances. That was curse to the commentator, wasn't it? That was we've had the first commentator's curse of the season. Jayor is out of the race. Wow. I know how it feels to crash out. That is exactly the same. Is a Ferrari crashing out up there. The AI of Claudio just crashed. That was odd. That Jayor is out of the race. Claudio crashed out there last season in changing conditions, and Jayor's just crashed out there. Wow. Wow. It's Claudio, the AI of Claudio comes into the pits, which you don't really care about. Gogs 27 will overtake the AI of Claudio for 7th place, and of course make it up to 6th place once everything filters out. So, looking at the top 5. First position, Storm 2006 UK. Didn't know he was racing, and Owen's now got a 3-second penalty, so if he is going to win this race, he's got to overtake Storm 2006 UK on track, which is going to be a tough ask. It was a double podium for Renault, they've just thrown that away. He will get 1 point, Jayor, by the end of the race, probably, but it's not 15 points, is it? Not the way you want to start off a season. Storm 2006, you can't stress this, he didn't know he was racing. He asked about, well, when we started during the practice race, can I race? Is there a reserve spot? Yeah, you can. He started 12th. And now he finds himself leading the race and probably going to find himself winning it as well. Which is extraordinary. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. I can't see what that was for. Nothing too major. Alpamutke probably moving out of the way of someone, but he didn't know he was racing. He's going to take a win here. That is truly incredible. 2nd place, Owen. I mean, 10 seconds gap to close in three laps. He's catching them at quite a rate, but just can't see how it's going to be enough. Just can't see it. Little Paul, 78. I mean, qualified 8th. Now finds himself in 3rd, chasing down, trying to chase down the leaders. Not a bad result. Not a bad result. Not a bad effort, I think I was trying to say. Hicksy, 4th. 5th, Kubilay Toprak. 6th, Gogs 27. 7th, Hughes moves. A very annoying, frustrating race for him. Annoying, frustrating for Claudio as well. Alpha McKay in 9th. As we saw someone nearly spinning there. Was it Hicksy? Looked like a Red Bull to me. Maybe it was Little Paul. So, if we just look at who's raced in previous seasons, Storm 2006 hasn't raced with us before. Orb King obviously has, 5-time champion. Little Paul raced towards the end of last season. Hicksy's raced a little bit with us. Toprak new this season. Gox 27 raced last season. Hughes Moves new. So we've got quite a few new drivers who are performing very, very well in this league straight off the bat, which is what you need to do if you want to win a championship with us. You need to start the season strong. Storm 2006 UK, by winning this race, has surely earned himself a seat somewhere. I mean, people who didn't turn up tonight, if they tell us they've quit the league after today, then of course we will make a space for people like our reserve drivers. I'm getting quite a lot of angry messages on here. I'm not going to read them, because some of them I think should remain private. But let's have a look. Storm UK starts the next to last lap. Whoa, what a race it's been. I don't think Owen's going to gain 7 seconds in 2 laps. That's nearly 4 seconds a lap. 3.5 seconds each lap, isn't it? I don't know why I'd had to keep it whole. But Storm 2006 UK is going to win this race. Crazy race. I can't believe I missed the first corner, which is really frustrating. And I do apologise for that, because I missed so much that was vital to the rest of the race. But again, I wasn't meant to be in the race session, and for some reason formation lap wasn't put on. So someone's made a mistake there in setting up this session. But Storm UK, I can't. He's the only driver in the field to make a one-stop strategy work. Well, he's the only driver in the field to make a one-stop strategy. This should mean this crazy race has just happened will mean that the championship will hopefully be just as crazy, which is what we're seeing in the actual 2018 championship, as Storm UK comes across the line to start his final lap. Little Paul 78 gains a 3-second time penalty. Little Paul 78, a few mistakes today. But everyone's made a few. No, I don't think anyone could say they've had a clean race apart from Storm 2006 UK. He has raced the perfect race from 12th position. That is a hell of a lot of positions gained. I mean, was methodical about it, and you got to feel like Morad, who was out front for a while, and he crashed. Joey Orr was 3rd, and he crashed. Luke, I think he crashed. Ryan Kai crashed. Jeff Singleton crashed. Reese Kingston out. You know, it's not difficult to see why people can't win, and why some people feel the joy of winning when they do, because it's such a good feeling when you win if you overcome things like that, because it's so difficult to win. And yet Storm 2006 UK has just turned up out of nowhere. No one knew him before the practice, no one knew him during the practice race who he was. Here he is, coming in to win our race with number 13 on his car. I mean, 13's unlucky and he's going to go win with it. So our first winner of our Dynamic Racing League F1 2018 Championship is going to be Storm 2006 UK. Following him on the podium is Orb King to take second place. And third place is going to be Little Paul, 78. A great drive from him today. Probably would have wanted a bit better than that, but 3 stops to finish third. If he only did 2 stops, look, think where he could have been. In second place is going to be a Hixie 123. Second place? 4th place, sorry, did I say second place? I don't know if I did not. 4th place. It's going to be Hixie 123. In 5th place. Oh! He's had some sort of incident there. But he should take 5th place. He's miles ahead of Hughes Moves. He's got front wing damage now, but Kublai Toprak standing in for Lee, who is our longest standing driver in this league now. Hopefully we'll take 5th place here. And will be the final car to cross the line as Hughes Moves across the line, Claudia's crossed the line, Alpine Mutke's crossed the line. And here comes the final car to finish the day, is Kublai. So here are your podium drivers. For today's race. A very good win there by Storm UK. Amazing drive. And these will be the photos you'll be seeing until the next race. So we don't need to care about mine. So here we go. Storm 2006 is your race winner of the Australian Grand Prix. Orb King is in 2nd place. Little Paul in 3rd. What a race we've seen today. And of course, as you can see, there are spaces available. So if you are interested, please message our page and we will tell you where you can race for and who you can race for. So thank you for joining me today in what is, well, very crazy race, exciting race, and hopefully I'll see you again for the next race, which is on the 23rd of September. There will be no race for us next weekend as we are watching F1 in real life, which will be the Singapore Grand Prix. So thank you for joining us. I think it's 23rd of September. I will double check for you. If you want to see more racing like that and just watch them, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video and do all the other things. Share it round, you know, tell your friends about me. Not about me personally, don't say this is this cool guy, you know, everyone knows I'm cool. So thank you for watching, and I will leave this session now, and hopefully we will see you again next time. Oh, I still haven't gone, have I? Bye!